the Israeli army did announce that it is calling 2 more brigades of reservists, and they will be heading north, meaning to be ready for a possible ground incursion into Lebanon. And yesterday the army finished a drill depicting what is known here as a northern arena, the Lebanese arena. Defense Minister Yoav Gallant was also watching the drill. Therefore, at least when it comes to statements, the Israeli army, the Israeli establishment is giving the sense that it is about to happen. Does that mean that it will eventually happen? Not necessarily. I think Israel would also like to prefer, would prefer to avoid a ground invasion as much as possible. But if eventually Israel understands that it cannot stop the rocket fire altogether, or cannot drive Hezbollah operatives further north than it would like to, perhaps the conclusion would be that Israel would eventually go into a ground maneuver. It has not happened yet, not now, and not in the almost year of war that we have experienced here, but everything indicating that the Israeli army is getting ready for that option, clearly judging by the statements coming out of the army and Israeli officials.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu seems to have delayed his speech to the United Nations Security Council. What, if anything, should we read into that?
Well, Benjamin Netanyahu, for now, the plan is for him to travel tomorrow to New York. He was meant to travel tonight, and that was already delayed. Originally, he was meant to be traveling on Tuesday. Now the plan is for him to travel on Thursday and to address the General Assembly on Friday morning, New York time, Friday afternoon, Israel time. That is the plan now. There's a big question as to when he will come back. Netanyahu's address to the General Assembly is on Friday afternoon. Shortly after that, the Jewish Sabbath begins in Israel, and it is very out of the ordinary for an Israeli prime minister to be flying back from abroad to Israel on the Jewish Sabbath. But of course, this is not a regular situation, so Netanyahu might be coming back right after his speech and then landing in Israel sometime Saturday morning. Again, an unordinary situation, but we're in on ordinary times. Of course, for the moment, the plan is for Netanyahu to be traveling to New York sometime tomorrow and coming back sometime after his speech. When is that? Of course, it is not exactly clear. And of course, the situation here can change at every minute.